Welcome to the Tungal College online classes. Hello students, how are you all? Today I am going to start another important topic of atomic structure is dual behavior of matter. In your previous classes you learned about dual behavior of electromagnetic radiations. So electromagnetic radiations exhibit a dual nature. That means electromagnetic radiation has wave-like properties and they have particle-like properties. So you learn the wave-like properties of electromagnetic radiations and you learn the particle nature of electromagnetic radiations in the form of two theories. They are, one is Planck quantum theory of radiation, the second one is photoelectric effect of Einstein, otherwise simply Einstein photoelectric effect. Now, like radiations, the matter also has a dual behavior. That means matter also exhibit particle-like properties and also has a wave-like properties. Matter has two natures. One is particle nature, and the second one is wave nature. So we are very familiar, the matter has a particle nature. And the wave nature of this matter was proposed by the scientist name is de Broglie. De Broglie proposed the wave nature of matter. So de Broglie proposed that like radiations, matter exhibit dual nature. That means object has a wave nature and a particle nature. When an object is under motion, it exhibits a wave character. So let us write the statement. De Broglie proposed that matter like radiations exhibit dual nature. That means objects has a particle nature, and wave nature. So object has a particle nature and a wave nature. When particle is in motion, it exhibits a wave character. When particle in motion, simply particle in motion exhibit wave nature. So particle in motion exhibit a wave nature. So wave nature of electron can be explained by the de Broglie. So according to Bohr, electrons are continuously revolving the nucleus in a circular paths. Those circular paths are called as orbits or shells or energy levels. And de Broglie proposed that electron is revolving the nucleus in a circular path. While in motion, it has a wave nature. Let us write. Suppose I am taking an atom, nucleus of an atom. Electrons are continuously revolving the nucleus in a definite circular paths. These circular paths are called as orbits. We are very familiar regarding this point. Then according to de Broglie, electrons are continuously revolving. According to Bohr, electrons continuously revolving the nucleus in a circular paths. These circular paths are called as orbit. De Broglie proposed that electron is revolving the nucleus in the form of a wave, like this. Electron revolving the nucleus in the form of a wave. The wave nature of electron was proposed by the de Broglie, and he gave, to calculate the wavelength of this wave, he gave an equation is called as de Broglie's wave equation. De Broglie's equation. So we will discuss now about de Broglie's equation. According to de Broglie, electron is continuously revolving around the nucleus in a circular path in the form of a wave. The wave nature of electron was proposed by de Broglie. Let us derive the equation to calculate the wavelength. So de Broglie equation or de Broglie wave equation. De Broglie derived his equation by combining Planck quantum theory of radiation, simply Planck's equation, and Einstein mass energy relationship. De Broglie derived an equation. De Broglie derived an equation by combining Planck equation, Planck quantum theory, simply Planck equation, and Einstein's mass energy relationship. Einstein mass energy relationship. So first we can take Planck's equation. So what is the Planck equation we have? Planck's equation E is equal to h nu. First I am taking Planck equation. So Planck equation is E is equal to h nu. Equation labeled as number 1. Then take Einstein mass energy relationship. Einstein mass energy relationship. What is the formula we have? E is equal to mc square. So label it as equation number 2. So here E is common, both the cases. E is equal to h nu, E is equal to mc square. Substitute second equation in first equation. Substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Substitute the second equation in first equation, or first equation in second equation. Then what we are going to get? Expect E is equal to h nu, E is equal to mc square. Then h nu is equal to mc square. H nu is equal to mc square, isn't it? Then we know very well that nu is equal to what? C by lambda. Nu is equal to C by lambda, substitute it. Then h nu in the place of nu we are substituting h is C by lambda. Nu is equal to C by lambda, that is equal to mc square, isn't it? Then here is C is there, here is A is, one C cancel. Then rearrange equation. Then we have to find out lambda, because we have to calculate wavelength of this motion of electron. Wavelength we have to calculate, so that we have to take lambda. So lambda is equal to h by mc. So this is an equation. So here is c is the velocity of light, not the velocity of electron. But if you take this motion of electron, we have to take velocity of electron is v, not the c. So replace the c velocity of light by velocity of electron. Then we will get the equation lambda is equal to h by mv. So this equation is called as de Broglie's wave equation. And this equation is called as de Broglie's wave equation. So we know very well that this is mass, so this is the velocity. So the product of mass into velocity, m into v is equal to can take as a momentum. So momentum p. So this momentum labeling as p. Modify the equation lambda is equal to h by p. So this equation also we can use to calculate the wavelength. This equation is called as de Broglie's wave equation, or simply de Broglie's equation. So de Broglie derived his equation by combining Planck quantum theory of radiation and Einstein mass energy relationship. So by using this equation, we can able to calculate the wavelength of this electron motion. Here h is the Planck constant. H is equal to Planck constant. Its value is 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. In terms of x, 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 joule, erg second. So h is equal to, I am writing one more, h is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. In terms of x, that is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg second, right? And next one is what we have is mass. Here mass we have take a mass of electron. Here v we have take a velocity of electron. So if you know the mass, if you know the mass of electron, if you know the velocity of electron, if you know the h value, then we are able to calculate lambda value. So this is a de Broglie's wave equation, and we have to derive one more equation. That equation is a relationship between the kinetic energy and wavelength. We have problems based on that also, relationship between the kinetic energy and wavelength. The continuation topic, relationship between the kinetic energy and wavelength. So first we have to take a wavelength lambda according to de Broglie. So what is the formula? Lambda is equal to h by mv according to de Broglie. This is labeled as equation number 1. Then we have the formula kinetic energy Ke is equal to what is the formula we have? Half mv square. So kinetic energy K is equal to half mv square. So and here V is there. So we have to get this V value from kinetic energy. Then V square is equal to Ke. V square is equal to 2 Ke by m. Then V is equal to square root of 2 Ke by m. So label it as equation number 2. So substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Then what is the equation we are going to get expected? Lambda is equal to h by m into v is nothing but what we have, square root of 2 Ke by m. Substitute it. That is equal to 2 Ke by m. So in the denominator root 2 Ke by m rational with root m both sides. Then that we are going to get lambda is equal to h by m into root 2 Ke by m. So rational with root m. Then lambda is equal to, upon simplification, lambda is equal to h by square root of 2 Ke m. So this is the formula we are going to get expected from the simplification. So lambda is equal to h by 2 root 2 Ke m. Here is m is the mass of electrons we can take. Here is K is the kinetic energy of electron. Kinetic energy h is equal to Planck constant. If you know the h, K and m, you are able to calculate a lambda value. Otherwise, if you know the lambda value and h and m value, you are able to calculate the kinetic energy. So previous formula, de Broglie's wave equation. What is the de Broglie wave equation? Lambda is equal to h by mv, and relationship between the lambda and Ke. These two formulas are important to solve the problems, right? Let us look into the problems based on de Broglie's wave equation. Next, problems based on de Broglie's wave equation. In previous classes, I told that whenever a problem is given to you, then first what we have to do is what we have to calculate, put it as a question mark. After that, what is the data is given to you, note it down. Then based on the what is the data is given to you and what we have to calculate, take the formula according to it. Then any units we have to modify, adjust those units and simplify, you will get answer. So I given here two different formulas, both problems are different, so we can solve, we can understand the concept. So problem number 1. Calculate the wavelength of a ball of mass 0.1 kg moving with velocity of 10 meter per second. See, in this problem what is given? Calculate the wavelength. So put it as a question mark. Lambda is equal to question mark, isn't it? Then what is given? Mass is given. So m is equal to 0.1 kg. So mass is given 0.1 kg. Then what is given? Moving with velocity of 10 meter per second. So velocity is given. V is equal to 10 meter per second. Isn't it? H value they won't give. We have to take H is equal to 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. So based on the data what we have, so take the formula and substitute. So what is the formula we have? So lambda is equal to, according to de Broglie, lambda is equal to h by m into v. Lambda is equal to h by mv. Substitute it. So 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second by m is 0.1 in kg into velocity is 10 meter per second or meter second inverse. So this is the we substituted. If you look at the units, joule is there, kg is there, not possible to cancel, so that we have to modify the units. So 1 joule is equal to 1 kg meter square second inverse 2. So this is a 1 joule is equal to kg meter square second inverse 2. Substitute all the data in a given problem. Then 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 in the place of joule. In the place of joule, I am substituting this value. So kg meter square second inverse 2. Kg meter square second inverse 2 is second left into second by, and remaining what we have is 0.1 kg into 10 power 10 into 10 meter per second. So here is I am writing it as a meter second inverse. So second inverse 2 and second all will get cancelled. So 1 meter get cancelled, remaining meter will left, kg will be cancelled. So upon simplification 0.1 into 10, that means 1 only. So the total, the numerator is 1. So remaining is what we have is 6.626 into 10 power minus 34, unit left is meters. So this is the lambda. So this is the wavelength of a ball moving with velocity 10 meter per second. It has mass 0.1 kg. So this is problem number 1. Now look at this problem. Calculate the mass of photon. He is asking what is the m value. Mass of photon he is asking. M is equal to question mark. Clear? Then calculate the mass of photon with wavelength of 100 angstroms. Lambda is given, that is equal to 100 angstroms. Lambda is given to us. Then h value they want to, h is equal to 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. And one more data is missed, velocity is not there, but he given a mass of photon. Photon is nothing but a light. The light velocity is equal to velocity of light is equal to velocity of velocity of electromagnetic radiations. So velocity of electromagnetic radiation is equal to nothing but c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. What my point is, photon is nothing but from the light. The velocity of light is equal to the velocity of electromagnetic radiation. So the value is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Substitute all these values in a given formula. What is the formula suitable? Lambda is equal to h by mv. But what we have to calculate? M value. Then m is equal to h by lambda v. So this is the formula we have to use to calculate, isn't it? Then lambda h value 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second by, what we have next? Lambda value how much is given? 100 angstroms into, then what we have, velocity is how much is given? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So here also doubt arises. Here is in the form of angstroms, here is in the form of meters, this is in the form of joules. All units will be same, of course seconds will be there. We have to modify those units. Then that is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule. 1 joule is equal to how much I wrote? 1 joule is equal to kg meter square second inverse 2. So kg meter square second inverse 2 into second by 100 into, so this is angstrom, so this is in meters, so we have to convert them into meters. So 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 10 meters, isn't it? 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 10 meters into velocity is given how much? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second or meter second inverse, isn't it? Then meter square cancel, then second inverse to second and second inverse get cancelled. So upon simplification, here is a 100 in, and that means 10 power 2, 10 power 2, this is 10 power minus 10. So 2 negatives and 2 positives cancel. I am writing it as 10 power 2. These 2 and these here 2 cancel. Remaining is 10 power minus 8. So 10 power minus 8, this is 10 power 8. So 10 power minus 8 to 10 power plus 8 will be get cancelled. If you transpose this will numerator, will be 10 power plus 8. So denominator is minus 8, denominator is plus 8, numerator is plus 8. So those 2 will be get cancelled. The remaining data what we have? 6.626 into 10 power minus 34. So what is the unit left? Kg. So this is a mass of that electron. So 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 kgs. Next problem. Calculate the wavelength of particle has mass 0.2 kg moving with velocity of 10 meter per second. Then remaining the same thing, lambda we have to calculate, lambda is equal to question mark. Then mass is given, mass is equal to 0.2 kg. Then velocity is given, v is equal to 10 meter per second. Then h value, h is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. So what is the formula? Lambda is equal to h by mv. So that is equal to 6.626 into 10 power minus 34, isn't it? Joule second by what we have 0.2 kg into 10 meter per second. So same thing, 1 joule is equal to kg meter square second inverse 2. So substitute it. So 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 kg meter square second inverse 2 into second by 0.2 kg, isn't it, into 10 meter per second. So second inverse 1 meter cancel, kg cancel. Then remaining what is the data? 6.626 by 0.2 into 10. So 0.1 2, I am writing as 2 into 10 power minus 1, 10 power minus 1, 10 power 1 cancel, remaining we have 2. So 6.6262 by 6.626 by 2. So we will get 1 time, this is 3 times, 3.3 into 10 to the power of minus 34 meters. Here meter square, meter left, 1 meter. Then lambda is equal to 3.3 into 10 power minus 34 meters. This is the wavelength of a particle moving with mass 0.2 kg and its velocity is 10 meter per second. Now coming to the fourth problem. The mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kgs. Mass is given. If its kinetic energy is 3 into 10 power minus 25. Then calculate its wavelength. He is asking we have to calculate wavelength. Again lambda is equal to question mark. Of course here also we calculated the wavelength. Here also we calculated the wavelength, but the difference between these two formulas is here kinetic energy is given. He gave kinetic energy, but here there is no relation with kinetic energy. Then lambda is question mark. Then what is the data is given? Kinetic energy is given. Kinetic energy is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of minus 25 joules, isn't it? Then 3 into 10 joules. Next what we have is mass is given. Mass of electron, mass is equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs, isn't it? Then Planck constant H is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Then what is the formula for this problem? So I already told relationship between the kinetic energy and wavelength. We derived one formula. Take that formula. So what is the formula? Lambda is equal to h by root 2 ke into m. So this is the formula we have to use to solve this problem. Then what is the thing is given, can substitute. Lambda is h is equal to, what is the thing, 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second, isn't it? Then square root of 2 into ke is given how much, 3 into 10 power minus 25. So 3 into 10 power minus 25 joules into, then what is the mass of electron is given, 9.1 into 10 power minus 34 joules, isn't it? So simplify it. So units are, so we have to simplify it. So units also we can modify. Here is joule in the sense kg meter square second inverse to, here joule in the sense kg meter square, sorry, this is 34 kgs. So take 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34, 1 joule is equal to kg meter square second inverse to into second by square root of 2 into 3 into 10 power minus 25. 1 joule is equal to kg meter square second inverse to into, this is 9.1 into 10 power minus 34 kg. This is the data substituted and we modified the units also. So upon simplification we have to simplify. Upon simplification we get 8, 9, 6, 7 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. That is equal to, decimal point I am moving to here, 8.896.7 into 10 power minus 9 meters, right? So 10 power minus 9 meters is equal to 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 9, sorry, 1 nanometer is equal to 10 power minus 9 meters. In the place of 10 power minus 9 you can take what, nanometer. Then 896.7 nanometers. This is the answer for this problem. Even you can use angstroms also. 8967 angstroms also you can. 10 power minus 10 meters is equal to 1 angstrom. You can directly end the problem based on the option we can take as 10 power nanometers or angstroms. Any option we can use. Up to here also it is the right answer. Like that also you can left, otherwise convert into angstroms, otherwise you can convert into nanometers. Any answer is correct. Next problem. Calculate the wavelength of particle has mass 0.01 kg moving with velocity of 10 meter per second. Now look at this problem. So what is we have to calculate? Wavelength of particle we have to calculate. Then put it as a question mark. Wavelength is a question mark. Then what we have to solve? What is the data is given? Mass is given. Mass is equal to 0.01 kg. For convenience purpose I am writing it as 10 power minus 2 kg. Isn't it? Then velocity is given. How much? V is equal to 10 meter per second. So this is the data is given to us. Then what h value is not given. H is equal to 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. So take the formula of de Broglie's wavelength. Lambda is equal to h by mv. Substitute all the data in a given problem formula, we will get answer. Then 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second by mass is 10 power minus 2 kg into velocity is 10 meter per second. So it is in terms of kg is there. So joule we can modify. So what will get to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34. 1 joule is equal to how much? We know very well. 1 joule is equal to 1 kg meter square second inverse 2. Then substitute kg meter square second inverse 2 into second left. Then 10 power minus 2 kg into 10 meter second inverse. So second inverse to second cancel, meter 1 meter cancel, kg will get cancel. So what is the remaining we have? That is equal to 10 power minus 2. So this is 10 power 1. Then 1 cancel, 10 power minus 1. 10 power minus 1 transpose to numerator 10 power plus 1. So 10 power plus 1 in the sense 10 power minus 34. Remove one value. So 1 negative, 1 positive cancel. 10 power plus 1 cancel from 10 power minus 34. 10 power minus 33. The answer is 6.626 into 10 power minus 33. What is unit left? Meter. 1 meter cancel, 1 minute is there. So this is the lambda. So wavelength of particle 6.626 into 10 power minus 33 meter that has mass 0.01 kg moving with speed of 10 meters per second. This is problem number 5. Coming to the problem number 6. Calculate the mass of photon with a wavelength of 3.6 angstroms. Then what we have to calculate? Mass. Put it as a question mark. M is equal to question mark. Isn't it? Then what is the data is given? Wavelength is given. So lambda is equal to how much is given? Lambda is equal to 3.6 angstroms. Right. Then what is next? Photon is given. Velocity is not there. So velocity, how to take the photon velocity? Photon is nothing but an electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiations velocity is equal to velocity of light. What is the value of velocity of light in terms of meters? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. That is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. This value we have taken indirectly. Calculate the mass of photon. Photon is nothing but electromagnetic radiation. Light contains energy packets are called as photons. So photons are nothing but from electromagnetic radiations. The velocity of electromagnetic radiation same as the velocity of light. The velocity of light is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Same value we have to take. Then what we have to take is h value. H is equal to 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. So take the formula of de Broglie's wavelength. Lambda is equal to h by mv. But we have to calculate mass. Transpose to left side, lambda transpose to right hand side. Then m is equal to h by lambda into v. So this is the formula we have to use to calculate this problem. Solve this problem. So m we have to calculate. H is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second, isn't it? By then what m is given how much? So mass we have to calculate. Lambda is equal to 3.6 angstroms into then what we have velocity 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So this is data. But here the problem is this is in terms of angstroms. But mass we have to get in the form of kgs, but kg is not there in the unit, so we have to modify it, modify the units. So 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34, 1 joule is equal to kg meter square second inverse 2 into this second already is left into second, isn't it? By so 3.6 into 1 angstrom is equal to, already we know 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 10 meters. So 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 10 meters. This is 10 power minus 10 meters into what we have, velocity of light 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Now units meter square cancel. So second inverse to second will be cancelled. Then what the unit we have is kg is left. Then simplification 3.6 into 3, this is 10 power 8, this is 10 power minus 10. So 10 power 8 to 10 power minus 10 in the sense 8 negatives, so 8 positives, 10 power 8 positives cancel. Then remaining we have is 10 power minus 2. 10 power minus 2 transpose to numerator, we will get 10 power plus 2. So upon simplification, you will get 0.16135 into 10 to the power of minus 32 kgs. Here minus 34 is there. Here is 10 power minus 2 left. 10 power minus 2 shift to the move to the numerator. You will get 10 power plus 2. 10 power plus 2. 10 power minus 34. Remaining is 10 power minus 32. 10 power minus 32. 6.626 by 3.6. So and 3 into 3.6 upon simplification, you will get 0.6135. That is equal to, moving this decimal point here, 6.135 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs. So this is mass of the photon which having wavelength 3.6 angstroms is 6.135 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs. This is problem number 6.